Good morning. It's Monday, July 7th, 2025, going on 8 a.m. Yesterday I said that I would try frothing this Simple Truth unsweetened almond milk that I got at the market the other day. I had never seen the brand before. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it in here up to the lowest line in here, okay? Which is where you're supposed to put milk. You're going to froth. Let me pop it back in the fridge, and we'll see what this does in the way of frothing, okay? I guess I'll take you over here, and we can watch it together. All right. Oh, good. So we'll see if it actually increases the volume, and, I'm assuming it will, and what kind of froth it makes. There are actually different kinds of froth. There are ones with tiny bubbles, ones with big bubbles, ones with a mixture, some that are very light and fluffy, some that tend to be heavy, some that are more liquidy, some that are more fluffed up. So, okay, we're not going to be able to see anymore here, because, it's also heating the milk. It's not just frothing it. Now, this morning I've got this is some Tokyo lungo, or is this Shanghai? Oh, for heaven's sakes, I can't. Shanghai. This is Shanghai lungo. Two of the Nespresso capsules that I don't really care for are the Shanghai and the Tokyo lungo. So I decided I'm going to try to use them up because I placed an espresso order. Oh, okay, this is done already. What? Okay, look, guys. Here's a problem. Basically, nothing happened. I'm going to try again. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Okay. Maybe it didn't go long enough. You know what? Okay, I'm going to unplug my Nespresso machine, unplug the milk frother, plug it back in. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. So it'll make a cold froth. Oh, I wonder if it needs to cool off. Okay, you know what? The milk is very warm. I'm going to push the cold froth button. Oh, the thing popped again. There, all right. Well, I'll try the hot froth. Nope, we'll try the cold. Okay, I'm going to do the cold froth button. That's what I'm doing, okay? And we'll see what happens. I don't want it spitting milk out all over, because the milk has heated up, but I don't think it got enough spinning around to froth it up. So we'll see. There's a lot of heat there. Well, that may be just from what's left over from when it was on hot froth. Okay, it does not look like it's doing anything. And of course, one always needs to ask, is it the milk or is it the froth? Or at least I need to ask that. Because this is, it came to me used. I don't know how much it had been used before it came to me. But yeah, this is definitely not frothing up that milk. Not very much. Not compared to other milks. Oh, golly. Oh, look at that. Nothing. Nothing. So, I always have to say to myself, is it the thing that, the milk, or is it the machine? And the reason I say that, I'm going to plug the coffee machine back in. The reason that I say that is, see, I once had this leaf blower, and I was going to blow the leaves off the yard, and I was using it, and then it turned off. And I thought, well, why is this? Well, I figured, the leaf blower, obviously, it must have just pooped out and doesn't work anymore. So I got rid of it. And then another day, I was using the same long extension cord with something else, and it didn't turn on. And I thought, well, let me plug it directly into the wall without the extension cord, and it worked. Well, anyway, I come to find out it was the extension cord that was faulty, not the leaf blower, which I had already thrown away. So now, I always ask myself, first of all, is it plugged in? If I'm using an extension cord, does that work, before I go throwing some machine or appliance out? And, has the ground fault circuit interrupter popped and, there's no electricity coming? Anyway, I don't know what to think about this. Gosh, I tell you what I'm going to do. Hang on here. I don't know how much milk is in here. Let me see. This is about 5 or 6 ounces here. Okay, I'm going to do this, all right? And now, okay, so how much is this? It's about 4 1/4 ounces. I'm going to go ahead and open up my Chobani oat milk. Hang on, because I know that this does froth, okay? I was going to wait to open this until I had used up all kinds of my other milks. All right, I'm going to give this a rinse out. Okay, now, you know something? This is like a procedure here. I don't want to end up knocking the phone into the sink. Okay, this feels pretty cool enough, but I'll rinse it with some warm water. The reason is, that a little bit of milk stays in there and adheres to the surfaces and all, and I don't want to end up having burned milk by heating and reheating it too many times. Okay, so, all right, I don't want to electrocute myself either. Let me dry my hands off. Okay, and plug this back in. And pop the thing here. All right, and I'll turn the coffee machine off. All righty, now. So we know that this does froth, okay? Chobani oat milk does froth up. Hopefully my phone, let me see. Okay, I never have arrived at a good setup for this where, I'm not in danger of it falling into the sink, which has happened already. Okay. So, there's the milk. Let me pop this back in the fridge. Righty. Now. Okay. Okay. So we've got this, let's see, can you see that? I'll put this down a little bit. Okay, so this is spinning around and heating up. Okay, I think I'll give this a taste, the simple truth. It's okay, but I don't like it as well as other almond milks. Like, what kind do I use? The Blue Diamond almond milk. I like that pretty well. Okay. And, okay, this is frothing up. All right, okay, I'll just take the lid off. So you can see it's increasing in volume a whole bunch. And it probably should be done in just a second. All right. So I am going to go ahead and use this froth. And let's see, it was probably about 4 ounces. We got a great froth there. So you know what? I need to go get a bigger cup because I'm going to use all that froth. Oh, I don't know if you remember my wonderful 70-pound poodle, Grayson, but one of the people who follows my videos had this cup made for me and sent it to me. So we'll remember Grayson with this today. And the results of our experiment with the Simple Truth almond milk are that it didn't froth up. Now, okay, let me say this. I have had it happen before that some almond milks that I've used, this is when I was specifically using only almond milk, that some of them didn't froth up as they got older or didn't froth well, and some of them it just plain old didn't froth at all. And I'm thinking that it had to do with, you know, at the factory, whatever they mixed in, maybe it was slightly different proportions or whatever. So it is possible that the Simple Truth almond milk, maybe, you know, if I had another container of it, it would make a better comparison, because maybe there's something wrong with this container of milk. Anyway, I don't know. To me, it almost has a little bit of a cardboard flavor to it. Okay, I haven't ever said that before, I don't think, when I've talked about flavors of things. Okay, with notes of cardboard. Anyhow, so now I will make this Shanghai Lungo in my froth Chobani oat milk in my Grayson mug. So, yeah, I'm not dressed for the pool today. I'm taking a few days off. I feel like I'm sort of getting, I don't burn, I tan. Well, I can burn, but I'm getting enough sun. I'm going to probably either go for a walk or go to the gym. But I wanted to have coffee with you first. So, yeah, it's a good thing that I got another mug, because this is full to the top. Wouldn't have worked with this one. Alrighty, let me slide this over. And let me find a spoon here. Okay. So, I mean, I pretty much know what this is going to taste like because I've had it before, but I want to enjoy my coffee. I think I will enough this morning, even though it's the Shanghai Lungo. The milk is fine. The coffee, I feel like it needs, I wonder if you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to get an espresso capsule. Hope all this going back and forth isn't making you dizzy. Let's see. That's a pistachio. No, I don't want to use that. I'll get one of my regular espressos here. I want to give it some good flavor. Let's see, do I have, what do I have? Scuro. Okay, that'll be good. A Scuro, yes. So this will add in that rich coffee taste that I'm kind of missing. Oh, Karen, good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning. I haven't been on that much lately, and when I have been on, I think everybody's still been asleep. Okay, so even though this was filled to the top, of course part of it's froth, but the espresso is only 1.35 ounces, so it's not going to overflow. Alrighty, here we go. And I'm thinking that I'm probably going to need some sweetener as well. Okay. Alrighty. But first I'm going to taste it. You know, and always do stir things around. I mean, you don't have to whip them up, but give them a stir, a good mixing, because coffees and milks and creamers do layer themselves, okay? So you want to get them mixed up. That's much better. But yeah, I feel like it needs sweetener. Before I do that, though, I want to show you something. And I recommend this to everybody who has an espresso machine, whether it's a well, you can't do it with the Vertuo, but with the original line, it is possible to just run water through it without a capsule. So there's no capsule in here, okay? I'm gonna push the Lungo button. And this is just running hot water through it. But I wanna show you something. Look at that. There are little, you know, there's coffee residue that collects up in the machine. And you want to clean that out every once in a while so you're not drinking, you know, coffee sludge. Here, let's put this here. Okay? I'm gonna do it again. Alrighty? Let's see, I'm gonna run it through on the espresso button this time. Okay, so now it's looking a lot more clear. Also, it's time to add more water to my machine. Okay, so it's a lot more clear. Now look at this. Also, you should do this, right? See, there's residue up there. Give it a little wipe. Okay, and it's also good to give a little wipe around in here. I've done this kind of recently, so it's not, you know, it's pretty clean. There's where the capsules go down there. See, down in there. Okay. So, oops. Okay. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to add a little sweetener. Okay. I would like not just sweetener, but a little bit of flavor. So I am again going to use this chestnut praline. I've got a good volume of coffee and milk in there, so I added more than just a little dribble. Little tiny bit more. This is definitely not a coffee that I'm enjoying as much as I might. Let's see, do I have a creamer in here? I'm getting almost to be like when you go to a, you know, coffee place, and let me pull all these plugs out. You know, when you order a coffee that has a, you know, multi-syllabic name with all these things I've been adding in here. But, this morning I think I need to, so I can sort of salvage this whole thing. Much better, much better. You know, I'm gonna add just a tad more for that sort of caramelly type flavor, which is starting to come through, and I'm enjoying more than the coffee and the milk at this point. Alrighty. Okay, now this whole conglomeration here of all sorts of stuff, it's tasting acceptable. It's actually tasting like if I had made a good cup of coffee to begin with one capsule and some milk. Anyhow, well, so we did an experiment together and learned some stuff, and I'm gonna drink my coffee so I can get out there before it's too hot it started out when I got up or I checked about an hour ago, and it was 72 degrees. It's already 76, and I see the sun. Yeah, I got to drink my coffee and go for a walk. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining me.